Hey guys, right, so I've got Nick's calipers here. We've already rebuilt one. I thought I'll show you how I did it. So some parts have turned up. We've got the AP seal kits here, two of these, one caliper. Piston is bigger than the other, so we've got two kits, whole set of pistons and some bleed nipples. So tools you might need: one of these, it's a 90-degree pick, one wire brush, one pair of pliers, airline with an air blower on it, slightly adapted so it fits in the hole properly, and ratchet to get them bleed nipples undone. We are currently soaking the O-rings in brake fluid. AP are quite nice. They've actually sent you a sheet if you're completely stupid, and on how to do it. English, French, German, it's all there, Italian, Spanish, so any country, we're able to do it. So, but if you don't want to read that, come watch this, and we will take all the seals out of this, give it a good clean, and make it new again. Let's get on.
Fixing Sht with Justin, brought to you by Club Racing UK in association with Vehicle Tech Mobile.
Okay, first job, one wire brush. We want to be cleaning in this area here, down here, because when we take these pistons out, these ones, we don't want any debris going inside it. Some's going to go in there, but we want to lower that. So you want to really give it a good old clean around the piston. I've got our airline as well. Give that a quick blow down there. And in general, if the whole entire caliper is clean, it will be a much nicer job. So, next bit. This gets a bit sketchy, but I forgot about one tool, this block of wood. This is the right size. It will go in there and it won't stop them completely coming out, but they'll be out enough so we can get these pair of pliers in there, grab the piston and wiggle it out. So, let's give that a go. Some safety goggles might be needed as well at this point. It can get a bit sketchy. But at least your fingers aren't in there, right? These are super tight. So this is the seized one, obviously. The other one was much easier to get apart. But we'll carry on for a bit. There we go. Just gently coming out now. We can get them going enough. One might pop out. There we go. This bottom one here is going to go. There we go. Okay, so we at least got one out. Now comes a bit of effort. Remember, this end is, so these are the small ones and these are the big ones. You can't get them muddled up. You can't get that in there. Ain't gonna work. So, next bit, pair of pliers. Give these a wiggle. We're replacing these, so if you scratch these, it isn't a problem. If you're not replacing them, well, there's obviously some sort of way of getting them out without actually scratching them. It does look like someone's been here before. And put the old ones back in, because there's some gouge marks in these pistons. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There's another one out. These have springs on the back of them as well, which in your general road car you don't really see. So, and then we've got one piston, so that's a damn sight easier. But that's one out. Next. tight as well. This can be quite difficult to get out. Just really want to watch me get these out, so I'll persist on this. I'll be back when they're out. Okay, all the pistons are out. Give yourself a good old clean up. As I've covered off the buttons and the camera with brake fluid, I'm going to melt all them off as well. So you got to clean everything up. Get yourself some brake cleaner. Give that a good old clean in there. Clean your desk down. Get all that area nice and clean that you've got to work with. The cleaner this is, as I said, the better it is. It's nice to work. Clean space, especially doing this with brakes, because them tiny little holes that transfer the fluid from here all the way around into here to here, they're large enough for fluid, but you get something large debris in there, you're going to have a problem. So we try and refrain from having them problems by cleaning everything as we go. So next job, grab your 90-degree pick and get right inside here like that. Give it a little shimmy just behind it, and then it'll then just pop out like so. There's one. Persist for the other four. Again, just get up behind it, just move that pick tool in there, pop it behind, and as you can see, it just falls straight out. Alright, so same on the other side. Here we go. Get rid of them. These aren't, I've looked at the others, they're not like they're sided, so one side's tapered. They're all exactly the same, they're symmetrical, so there isn't a directional on these. It doesn't say any instructions either, so I haven't missed anything there. Just had a quick brief over them in Italian, because you know, apparently I know Italian, and that's the last one out there. Right, so let's get rid of these. The next important job is this. We're going to use this pick again, because inside here this possibly could be why your piston was seizing. So in this crevice, and line this up with the camera, inside there is a recess where the seal sits. Now if you run that pick around there, there's going to be a load of rubber in there anyway, but the other thing is you get in there, it's madness to think you actually get corrosion in there. So we're going to clean all of this out, and this one, that side's alright. The other one has actually had loads of rubber in, so I spent quite a while cleaning that out, but it's all in there. Give that a good old clean out, and then as you go, this takes a while, so take your time, get it all out of there. What I've been using is get at the end or halfway through, get your blue roll, wedge it in there, and just use the edge of the pick without stabbing your own finger, pushing it round inside that recess and clean it all up. So I'm going to carry on cleaning this. I'll see you back once it's clean. Okay, cleaning complete, and hopefully you have something that looks a little like that, nice and clean. Tilt the camera in the right place, you fool. There we go, nice and clean in there. It takes a while, but it gets all in there. So that's all done. Now we take our seals that here, they've been soaking for 30 minutes as per instruction on the sheet. Might as well do what it says on the sheet, nothing can go wrong then, can it? These are the small ones, these are the big ones. We keep them together so we're not fussing about trying to make sure we've got the right ones for new pistons. So easy bit now, just reassemble it all, hey. So take a big one, pick tool, fishing your fingers out in there with brake fluid, pretty disgusting, so get in there, rid of the excess. And quite simply, they are just about fit in there, so they are pretty much, also they're bigger, so in we pop. Try and see if I can get all this so you can see it. Probably not, but we're worth a bash. Once it's started, it's in there. There we go, and then feed it round. Remember, all the area you want to be working with will be clean, because then you don't get any little bits underneath the seal, because if it's underneath the seal it will then protrude, and then the piston will be difficult getting out, and you'll be back to square one and be seizing again. That's not what we want. So that last little bit, just feed it up gently around, and then it will just flop into place if you get it right. Sometimes they need just a little helping hand. That last little bit, just sort of massage it in. There we go, straight in there, ready to go. So repeat that about 3 times, then we could put some pistons in. Piece of cake. There we go, we're all in. So next job, move this out of the way so I'll spill out of this. We don't need these anymore. Done out like that. Now I've got 4 new pistons. These are the big ones. These are small ones. Very slight difference, but one is bigger, one is smaller. So these have these springs on there as well. So we'll see. There's some lunacy invention, but someone has a reason for it. If someone knows, please let me know, because I'm sure pushing more against the actual disc is worse, but maybe it is for pad knockoff. This is AP racing in theory, so get the cheeky buggers on there, so we're all prepped. There we go. Next bit. I've been doing this because I think this is a sensible idea. They're all covered in brake fluid already, but it's going to assist my situation a little bit more. There hasn't been hydro locking in there because everything is open. So just a little bit of brake fluid. Obviously make sure everything's nice and clean. Don't want any bits anywhere again, because this is a very interference fit where these fit in here. So these are just going to slot in. Now it does say on the instructions that you put these in and then use a flat plate, and I guess you evenly push them in. But the last ones, like this one, weren't too bad. Once you're lined up, now as I said, an interference fit, but they will just slot down into place. And if they are absolutely rock hard, then you got a problem. But that, as you heard, straight in. It was nice and lined up, and then I've got both hands on there and just pulled it down. So on with the other 3, and then we're pretty much done. Slide right in there. Right, last little bit. These hopefully won't be seized. They're not seized. It's probably worth making sure these aren't seized in there before you start this whole job, and get it all nice and clean, because obviously then you can blow swarf everywhere. We don't want that either. 2 new bleed nipples, which again are included in the kit, which is all great. It's nice. I think the kit is actually individually on the invoice, but I'm sure they put it all together and send you everything as sold as a kit. Make sure there is no debris down inside these holes. Sorry, down inside these holes where the bleed nipple sits. Sometimes corrosion and muck and all sorts of skank builds up inside there. So we have got the airline, so we can just give that a quick blow down there. Watch your eyes, you never know. And don't be a fool and wedge it in there and then press it, because these are going to come flying out of there. A little light here, check down there. Yeah, that's all good. It's nice and clear. These are quite old, these, so, but at the same time it looks all good in there. So 2 nice new bleed nipples in there. Right, and that, I think a good old wipe round the whole thing, because remember these seals were soaked in brake fluid, so more brake fluid all over the place again. But if you keep it nice and neat and tidy, just give them a little wipe round, and that there, I reckon, is 2 calipers pretty much in a good clean, and they are ready to go back on the Vectra. So that was good.